Hey all, the PvP system got released not too long ago, and you've been probably spending quite a bit of time in Alterac Valley grinding out the reputation, and at the same time, getting a lot of honor and ranking up. And you might be wondering, is it worth it for me to rank up? Some classes, it's a resounding yes. Other classes, it's maybe, depending on your off spec or how much you really want to torture yourself in Alterac Valley. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over every single class, and we're going to consider the blue set and then the epic set, because right now we are capped at rank 11. And while you might be thinking, oh, I want these rank 14 weapons, we will not be able to get a higher rank until Blackwing Lair releases, and then we have to wait several weeks before the cap for the rank increases. Probably it'll get pushed to rank 14, but in Season of Discovery, I believe it only got to rank 13, then you had to wait for 14. So we don't know exactly what they're doing. I don't think Blizzard really knows what they're doing. They released Alterac Valley with Chrono Boons from Season of Discovery, and then they invited the Season of Discovery players into the Alterac Valleys as well. So I don't think they know what they're doing either. Regardless, let's talk about what is the best for you and considering how much time it's going to take. Let's talk about the blue sets first. So for a warrior, there's two items in particular that are amazing and a third that's decent. Shoulders are amazing. They're practically the same as your tier 2.5 shoulders, except they don't have hit on them, and you don't need that much hit to begin with. The helmet plus the shoulders is a very common combination, although sometimes warriors will use Lionheart Helm plus the shoulders and the legs, because as you can see here, legs are pretty darn good too. They have 2% crit and 12 strength. Compare that to the Eldritch reinforced leg plates. They have 1 crit and 15 strength and 9 agility. So you're essentially, with the rank 9 legs, you would gain, or are they the rank 8 legs? Whatever. You're going to gain half a crit and lose 3 strength. It's a pretty good trade-off. So yeah, a lot of warriors will use the rank 8 legs and the shoulders plus Lionheart Helm for DPS. Eventually, you're going to get the epic gear if you go that far. So definitely get the rank 10 gear as a warrior. You will not regret that. When you get rank 12, because if you get to rank 11, boom, rank 12, that's the next rank. These boots are close to chromatic boots. The gloves are very good, and the legs are amazing. So rank 12 gear for DPS is fantastic, and then you would still continue to use the blue helmet and shoulders plus your Savage Gladiator chain for DPS. Rogue gear, the blue stuff, honestly, the helmet and shoulder, it's an okay combo, but probably you're just going to be better off using your tier sets. It's not that good. And even worse is the epic stuff, because now you've lost attack power on the gear, and it's just agility, hit, and crit. If it had attack power, it would be good for PvE, but this set, I find it really lacks a lot of attack power. Some people like to use a 2-piece for PvP, but other than that, for Rogue, it's just all about the weapons. For Hunter, the helmet and chest is a decent combination, the helmet and the chest. Everything else kind of sucks. But if you look at the full 8-piece tier 1, the increased multi-shot damage, it's a pretty strong set. So it's like either or. But what most hunters do want to get is the rank 12 gloves. Any other gear, it's pretty much irrelevant later on, but this is your end game bis right here, these Marshall's chain grips. For druids, it's pretty much like tank gear, melee gear, kitty cat gear. So unless you're going to be flag carrying or tanking, you really have no need for this. And it's just, do you want to go all the way for the rank 14 healing weapon, or the boomkin gear, the spell dagger? That's up to you. Again, this stuff is going to be used primarily for tanking. You're really not going to heal with this. This is like Ret PvP gear. There's pretty much better items for every slot for healing, but some people like to use the helmet and the shoulders for the spell damage bonus, and it offers some okay plus healing, but it's mostly like Ret gear. There's a lot of really good Ret pieces here, particularly the legs. I like the shoulders, but the helmet and the gloves are commonly used. They're all good, but people might use something like chromatic boots or something because they do need hit usually. For the shaman gear, there's a couple pieces with like spell damage and spell crit, but for the most part, it's all enhancement gear, especially here. Like, it's just all enhancement gear. The gloves in particular are pretty much best in slot for PvP enhancement. For elemental, the boots plus the legs are pretty good 2-piece for the 20 stamina and good spell damage, but everything else doesn't have a lot of spell damage. If you really want the 3-piece, you could use the helmet plus the legs and the boots, but later on better stuff comes out. For priests, if you're going to be shadow, you can use the helmet and the gloves. The other pieces, you're probably not going to use them. You probably got better by now. There's a couple decent pieces here you can use for shadow, but for healing, you're rank 14, and nothing until you get rank 14 is pretty much going to be used. For warlock, the shoulders and helmet, I believe, are your go-to for that 23 spell damage set bonus. It's okay. If you're a warlock, just cast Curse of Wreckman, and the raid's gonna be happy to have you. Banish here and there, but you got some decent PvP stuff here. But meh, warlock, schmorlock, mage, boots and shoulder is very good in PvE, and later on, getting your PvP set, the chest and the shoulders gives you that awesome 20 stamina bonus. Very good. The helmet's kind of okay. It's an option to use early on, but later when you get tier 3, you'll replace it. The gloves are pretty good too. So if you're serious about PvP, definitely 3-piece is good. Hope that makes sense. Basically, warriors love the blue set. There's a couple decent pieces like the mage, and hunter has a couple decent 2-piece bonuses. Warriors love to tank with their epic set, and then it's all about the weapons. So should you rank, it's up to you, but hopefully this pushes you in the right direction. Get ranker. I see all the time people asking, how much honor do I need this week? If you're asking what time it is, get a watch. If you're asking how much honor you need, get ranker. So first, when it comes to weapons are highly contested, especially for warriors. So it's very common that warriors and rogues want to rank. Warriors and rogues want those rank 14 weapons. They benefit from them a lot. Let's look at the mage blade, the dagger. It's good. But if there's going to be 4 or 5 mages in the raid, do you want to push for it? Or maybe you're just going to say, you know what? I'll wait for, the Claw of Cro-Mag or the Staff off of Neff. Good enough. We'll eventually get the femur from Vicidus, which is practically the same. Maybe as a caster, you don't care, or maybe you're a tryhard and you definitely want it. That's up to you. Ranged weapons, they're not that good. Not that good for hunters. Some hunters will rank to 14, but it's really not worth your effort. For healers, it's great if you're able to get to 14 to get your, let me find it here, your healing hammer here, right? 134 healing. That's not getting replaced until AQ 40 if you're lucky. So healers, warriors, rogues, casters, maybe, but it's a lot of work. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a sub and a comment. Catch me live on my Twitch channel, Dwarf Lord TV, to connect with me or say hi to me in game on any of my characters. Dwarf Lord out.
And they say that the Dwarf Lord could save us. I'm not gonna pave here and wait. I'll hold on to the beard of the Dwarf Lord. Watch as we